This should show you that I am here to be a medium for you and not terribly concerned about money, because I forget this all the time. Intro will be following after this. If you would like to support the channel, please like, share, subscribe. If you like what I have to say, please spread it around and let the algorithm know. And also you can join me on Facebook or Instagram for daily card pulls and awesome posts. You can get a personal reading or a healing Reiki session with me. Send an email to jessiecaitlin777@gmail.com. Be sure to look at the description of the services down below if you have any questions, including how to receive those services. And then you can join me on Patreon, and if you are a Patreon supporter, please email me. I'm going to email you if I miss you somehow, but I want to get in contact with you about how to do this and what you would prefer. All right, and then yeah, so I will see y'all for the message that you'll be introduced to in a sec. Hey y'all, it's your boy Jessie Caitlin coming at you with a new moon in Leo. Is that what's going on? And there's a partial solar eclipse on the 11th, okay? So we are going to get into how the moon will be affecting our energies. I will be pulling for divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy. Please, I encourage any and all to use this reading as an understanding of your own masculine and feminine energies, or you could look at it if you're in a twin flame relationship. You can see how the balance might be interacting, however you want to use it, but that's what I'm going to be doing, honoring the moon cycles, how the moon perceived to be a feminine form affects all of our energies, how the all-mother, right, tugs and pulls at us. So we got the feminine energy going on. This time around, I am using a new deck. Tarot Madonni. It's French. I don't really know how to speak French. It's one of those things that I'm sad about. If my development were paid more attention to, or if I cared more about my development when I was a kid, I turned myself off because I was severely, massively depressed. Massively depressed. But this deck came to me. My family went out of town. They went across the pond. They went to Europe. They went to France a little bit. They went to Italy a little bit. They had a wonderful time. My female family members were there for 3 weeks, and my masculine head of house provider, the masculine provider went for 2, and they just came back and they brought me this, and they said it was the only style of deck available in this little metaphysical shop in the middle of, like, why would a metaphysical shop be here? You know? And there were only 2 of them, so they had to pick one up, and I have to say I'm super in love with this deck, and you'll see why. There's minimal artwork. There's artwork for the court cards and the major arcana, but as far as the suits go, it is blanket. It's the same, and I like that a lot better because not only have I been wanting to teach myself how to read tarot from a deck of cards, but my brain is not logical. It has a hard time with that. And it's not how my energy is. Hold on. The Divine Masculine Tone card flipped and flew, and now I have to hunt. So take that as you will. Ooh. All right. Let's get started with the feminine energy. What we have going on, the Pope, the High Priest, all right? The feminine energy is feeling the balance of the masculine energy, whether being channeled through their own self or feeling a support system. And there was a beautiful thing that came across my line of vision this week, and a female artist stripped her underwear, did the markers, did the social experiment of standing out in public, and one big guy, both tall and large in the solar plexus, he needed to take up space. He was telling her to go away, to go away, to go away. And, like, he's threatening. She was blindfolded, but he was definitely emanating a certain vibe. And a young man with a red ball cap on came and said, you know, you need to go away. You need to leave her alone, is what he said. You need to leave her alone. And she began to cry. And then she posted it online. I don't think she even really meant to, but the moment moved her so much. because she felt the collective consciousness, the unity consciousness. He was her protector in that moment, and he knew what was right. And as the divine feminine, she felt protected by the divine masculine. So the divine masculine is waking up to this high priest energy. And the divine feminine side of ourselves feels that on a global collective level, on a Gaia level. Her pulse of life is our pulse of life, okay? So there's an energy coming into balance here. And we are following suit. And I'm sensing a release of worry about bills, debts, whatever the case may be. The divine feminine energy is not worried about the material because the divine masculine structure is working behind the scenes. And I'm feeling that this is more for the feminine energy embodiers, however you identify with that. And so, yes, if you heavily embody the divine feminine on the scale of balance, just know that there is nothing to worry about, okay? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing to worry about. This is how you operate. This is what the divine feminine energy is really good about. And so if you're a divine masculine embodier, we all have this energy, right? So this is not having so much monkey mind, your own divine feminine energy not being thrown to the outskirts of that which does not serve. If you cannot throw it in a good direction, at least rein it in to save your energy for your own self to cycle not without you, but within you, working on molecular magic. And if the divine feminine energy entirely just, it's sweeping through it. I'm seeing a wave of energy and it's touching and going through everyone on the planet. So this is a wave of abundance. This is a wave of blessing. This is a wave of realization and the veil lifting. Three of Cups, rejoicing, finding vibe tribe, celebrating, feeling comfortable in your own skin, emanating the vibe that you want your tribe to be in. You want people to mirror a certain something to you. You have to calibrate first and feel that rejoicing and feel that energy in your soul. And that is applicable to everybody. All right. This is law of attraction. This is the divine feminine doing her thing within us all. Nine of Swords. Okay. So ascension symptoms are going to be happening. Lack of sleep, whatever have you. How you spend your time is up to you. This is your double-edged sword. So the divine feminine, if you're a heavily embodier, or if you're a masculine and some reason you just can't sleep at night, that's because the divine feminine, you're receiving a download. You're receiving a download and you're feeling the physical effects. And when you're feeling the physical effects, it's like your magnet of a body is, it won't tune down. It won't tone down enough for you to ascend into another realm of, scratch that eye hair. You won't be able to ascend into another realm while your body is so activated. All right. This is not a bad thing. The divine feminine is going to be with the moon, right? So like if you can't sleep, do something you enjoy, or journal write if you never get the opportunity. What do you never get the opportunity to do? Are you just going to sit there and worry and get in this headspace? Or are you going to choose which cycle you get stuck in, you are forced in? Look at the way the number moves. It's like, whoop, let's make something full circle here. So how do you spend your ascension symptom? How do you choose to direct the energy that is going to flow through you no matter what? It's your choice. And that bleeds us into the divine masculine energy for this new moon in Leo. The Lion's Gate new moon in Leo. Oh, no wonder it's an important time. I did a post on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to have to make another intro and attach it. Oh, well. Is it a problem? No, it's really not. So, Leo energy. This is the divine feminine, though. Reason I say that, and not reason, but reason this card is like this. This is the tone for the divine masculine energy. World being turned upside down. Again, nothing negative. Okay, with me as your channeler, there is always a positive aspect, a growth aspect, okay? Let us rejoice and let us focus on what we can grow from whatever topsy-turvy tower moments you may be having. But this is not a tower moment because this is not a deconstruction. This is a change in perspective. The two are different. And if you practice it in literal regard, go on a swing set or do headstands. If your divine masculine is too structured and it won't let your divine feminine energy take hold, literally, physically put yourself upside down. Hang off of swings from your knees. Be a kid. What does the world look like upside down? And especially from time to time, like, how much time do you spend putting divine masculines here, embodied divine masculines, or those with masculine form, or more operating under the divine masculine energy? Like, how often does your other end get filled with blood? You know, maybe it's time to redistribute. Just for a few minutes. It ain't going to kill you. Might be uncomfortable, but it ain't going to kill you. All right, let's literally follow the leader here. Follow the leader. Put yourself upside down. If your perspective is going to be upside down, you might as well just turn off the thoughts, follow the world in a direct fashion. That is the divine masculine way. What's the shortest route to achieve the wisdom of what seems to be happening in your world? Follow suit. Catch up with it. So that's an exercise for y'all to do if you want to help expand your awareness or cleanse out your third eye while your world is being turned upside down, or even just stay grounded. Staying grounded while your world turns upside down, it allows your feet to go into the mirror, into the upside down, right? It's kind of like preparing on a physical level to get into your molecular self, getting prepared within to match the without. Oh, Angel likes that message. All right. Okay, so that's what this moon energy is about on the masculine energy within us all, and especially for those who embody the masculine energy. But let me just tell you right off the bat here, paying it forward will be payment in return. The Knight of Pentacles. You've learned enough to apply. The Wheel of Fortune. Chance, risk. Look, I love how in the French it's just heads on a wheel because of all the decapitation. But that's risk. That's risk. But with the divine, there's no such physical risk. It only feels that way in your molecular self. Your fear is of your own making. It's of your own conditioning. Societal conditioning starts young. It puts the feeling, it puts a frequency in our blood by messing with our thoughts, and then we operate under this sort of frequency. And we emanate that as well. And I just posted a thing on Facebook too about how a lot of women really get scared when a man raises his voice. And it's easy to do that. But that does instantly, that's a threat. Raising your voice to yell creates, it's to distance yourself from something and close the gap from that distance. So when you yell, female, male, any gender, any sex, you know, that's your divine masculine not being rooted and grounded in your own divine sense of self. It's time to get moving with how to respect yourself by first not reacting a certain way with people, redefining respect, redefining how you act under the definition of respect. All right, and this is also applicable for everybody. Beautiful. That Wheel of Fortune, this risk, it's worth making. There will not be any negative consequences, any fears of your own making, and don't. Some people will be petrified by fear that they don't even try. Some people will be so petrified by fear that the risk they take is half-assed and they don't put their full effort in. And then there's the risk-taking where it's just like, fuck it. Diving in head first. All right? How far you take your risk is how great your reward will come in. Listen to your intuition. All right? And even if it fails, Trust when I say you did not fail. You did not fail. You just have a different path now. And if you're having a difficult time, it's just because you got a long way to go. You took that risk. Ooh, didn't work out for you so well. But if what you wanted was worth taking the risk, what else are you willing to risk? Take this path and see where it takes you. Three of Swords. I find this to be a beautiful card because it's a card of pain. But it's a card of Holy Trinity as well. We all have shadow. We all have dark. We all can thrive. Only love is real, right? Even Lucifer loves. If you come to my channel, you come for a perspective about any and all that I come across. You come along for my personal journey as well. I am experiencing my Saturn's return. I'm 29 years old. I am just really, truly becoming solidified in my individual, magical perspective, my choice. There's a lot of influence. There's a lot of artwork. There's a lot of texts. There's a lot of reference. There's a lot of prophet work through artistry. Read a lot, see a lot, but, you know, discern. And that discernment comes from, for whatever reason, and perhaps social conditioning, people fear responsibility. People fear consequences of their actions. Probably for social conditioning. What do you think slavery is? Oh my God, you're born terrified. Split away from your family, whipped, beat, this, that, and that's how long in our ancestry? In every empire thus far, there is a form of slavery. In America, where I'm from, baby, I love you. But there are places in this world, including America, empires don't work. Empires are due to fall. I'm just saying. Give it a decade. We'll see where we are. This pain, it's just growing pains. It just happens when you flip your world upside down and you have to strain to make the effort to catch up with it. It's a lot of pressure on the divine masculine energy right now. It's a lot of pressure to snap into alignment, to give the divine feminine the divine part of masculine structure. So also take that as you will on an individual basis. There it is, y'all. Ooh, this was fun. I liked it. I like this one a lot. So, yeah, rock on. Take care. Oh, take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. And I will talk to y'all very soon. I'm going to be recording the weeklies, so don't mind the same apparel.